So I want to film a video, just getting more comfortable talking on the microphone here. I'm just driving, and it just feels interesting to make a step towards becoming a more developed and experienced individual. Like making the commitment to actually do YouTube now. It's just going to help me be more tech savvy, more independent, able to make my own decisions on my own time, schedule, times to do things. I'm still working a full-time job, but it's still going to allow me an outlet to express myself and express the things that I love, which is learning, video games, and YouTube. I do love YouTube. I use YouTube at work, at my job. I'm allowed to listen to headphones while I'm working. So most of the time I'm on YouTube listening and learning about things, topics. I usually don't let YouTube provide me with content. I usually search content. Like if I have a question, I search it. So I'm kind of not the typical person where normally people get views by people getting recommended their content, right? So I am the person who typically will not look at recommended content. I search out content. And so I'm going to try to use that, but also understand that the majority of people only look at the recommended content, and they won't stay unless you catch them with a hook. And all of this stuff that I've been learning lately, but I'm not trying to overthink this though, because overthinking making content is going to stunt the wonder, because learning and having new experiences and figuring out and making mistakes on my own without overanalyzing and trying to understand every aspect of it prior to doing it is what allows me to get the most out of every experience, right? So when I'm learning and I'm allowed to make mistakes and I'm allowed to kind of create my own system to solve problems that I've essentially created for myself too. So everything is just self-created in that aspect. I know that's a bit deep, but I really am going to enjoy having an outlet for me to express where I'm at with video games. I play video games in most of my free time if I'm not with my girlfriend or if I'm not like at the bar hanging out, which is not very much. I don't go to the bar a lot, but it is something that I enjoy doing, socializing and keeping social ties outside of like internet, so I'm talking IRL. And then also, I love YouTube, I love video games. I want to be better at public speaking and I want to be better in front of a camera. Not because I want like lots of views and stuff, I just want to be better because I feel like it's going to be something that I want to learn. It's not really about like a goal. It's just something, the goal is to learn and to be more comfortable with who I am on mic, on video. So that's what I'm going to do. We got 4 minutes right now of content. It's like, I'm gonna shoot for 10-minute videos. That's the goal, and I will have gameplay popped up. I'm looking into sounds, like sound effects, so when I talk, like ching or whatever, like if it's a topic, but I'm not going overboard with any of that stuff. I do want to create a logo. I want to create a logo for myself that represents myself. Like I got this old van from I moved into a new house last year, and there was a van over there that looked like nobody had drove it in a long time, but it was in really good condition for being an '83 Chevy. So it's always been on my list since like 2019 probably to do some backpacking and camping and get a van and do some traveling. And then COVID happened, and I worked a lot during COVID, so it was always on my list. So I was like, let me know the price that you guys are thinking. Does this thing even run? So they let me know. Like about a month later, I had forgotten about it, and everything is good. The exhaust fell off, but the van runs amazing. Sounds crazy because it's just no exhaust on it. But yeah, it was converted in like 1983. So it's an 80s conversion van. But you could take the bed out and it's got carpet all on the inside. It's hilarious. But that I want to somehow incorporate that the outline of that van into my logo. I was thinking doing like a bat symbol type thing where it's like a van and then like maybe a skeleton or like the outline of my house, because it's like an old farmhouse that's really tall. It's all vertical space, not horizontal. It's not a ranch. It's a farmhouse. It's got 3 full floors. Like when you're standing at the side of it, wow, this house is tall. Super steep roof. So I have some ideas for the logo that I would like to, incorporate for this channel. I may even change the name at some point. Right now it is Original Thoughts, and I wanted it plural on purpose because thoughts, like thought, an individual thought is not actually an individual thought. It's a series of images in your mind. So to me, to most people's channels are like a singular thing, right? But I feel like I am not a singular thing. You could say, yeah, you are, but like I'm a conglomerate of all the things that make me, personality, the way I talk, the way I work, the way I think, the way I do live life. It's not a singular thing. It's a conglomerate. It's dynamic, ever-changing, original thoughts. But yeah, I do need to stop saying or It's a bad habit. The reason that I'm making this video right now is to actually just get more comfortable with speaking on the mic, on video. I want to be more comfortable, more confident, able to come up with topics and things on the fly. And I want YouTube and the viewers, you who are watching this, to come on that journey with me and see where I started. Because a lot of people, they think in their head, well, I want to do it. And it's like, I've thought this for the last 6 years. I would like to get into this. And then I dabbled in streaming a little bit, and it's like, I didn't have a good internet connection, and where I was living, it was like it was a condo, but it was an apartment basically. Like I owned it, but it was just all the walls were connected, and it's like I don't want to be streaming at midnight, 2 in the morning when I get out of work, and these people can hear. I've heard people fart and shit like through the walls. It was like I got to get out of here. So I got a house out in the country, and now I feel like an opportunity to make this dream a reality. Or at the very least, just learn about photo editing to make thumbnails, learn about title making to make titles, learn about video editing to make these videos, learn about video recording when I record gameplay or A-roll and B-roll. Like, I want to know about it, not because there's some end. Like, I don't need, I want to be more applicable to the nature, to going to into the workforce or whatever, because it's like I have a career, and obviously that's not like set forever. Like I've been there 16 years, but I'm not doing this to try to get try to get views. I do want views, but I don't want it artificially. I'm not going to sacrifice my morals and my views and my sentiment, like the things that are important to me, in order to get clout on the internet. I just want to be myself, and if people like that and they dig it and they want to listen to me clamor on for 10, 15 minutes every once in a while, like, and it takes off, that's cool. Like, that's great. And I appreciate people watching this. But at the same time, I'm set, and I do want to do this for the learning, and I want to do it for the ability to share my game, the game and the video game journey that I'm on. Because right now it's an interesting time in the video games landscape. Emulation devices, modern gaming is interesting. All this stuff popping off that's just controversial and political. And I simply want to play games, whether they're modern or retro games, and I want to share some of the gameplay footage, and I want to talk about my favorite games, and I want to talk about the experiences that I'm having playing modern and retro games. I want it to be about the games, but I want me to be the reason that people tune into this. Tune in to YouTube, original thoughts. Like, you take 10 minutes out of your day to see, well, what's he been playing? What is he thinking about this game? And I'm not gonna do reviews. I may do like discussions or impressions about something. I'm not here to like persuade people one way or the other. I just want to talk about my experiences and have people share my passion for video games, my passion for learning, and being a part of this community, and taking an opportunity to possibly make money from it. But that's a secondary or a tertiary aspect of this. And it's super dim right now. It's getting dark while I'm driving, little twilight hours. So I'm gonna call it quits. Thanks for tuning in.